it took a bit too long for me to shoot this video. I want to get cozy. I like feeling cozy. I'm kind of, it's nice, it's getting nice in New York, but still kind of, you know, if you always cold, you know what I'm talking about. Still a little nippy. Hi guys. Oh, I'm not even gonna lie. Your girl has been going through it, but not in like, I don't take it for negative. It is not easy because most of the things I'm experiencing right now is having to do with letting go and detachment and facing my truth, my inner truth, putting myself out there more, which is something included with this topic I want to talk about. So excited to talk about. But yeah, putting myself out there more after being used to being hidden in a way, like feeling hidden or not seen or heard. So this is not the easiest, but I have to do it because it's, if not me, then who the fuck? It's just taking the leap of faith on things. And honestly, for me, when it comes to trial and error, it's just doing it one step at a time. Like, if I could be honest, I've been out here in these streets for years. And do I feel successful? I absolutely do, because I'm still out on these streets doing what I love. I do. And it's just like, I say it with no hesitation because I know I define my success. And it took me having to experience not really being clapped for by majority to understand that I don't get my validation outside. I literally give myself the validation. So let's get into this fucking topic though. Let's get into this topic. All right. Yeah, this is the most vulnerable topic for me. How do I handle not being seen? And when I mean by not being seen, I feel like I'm gonna be really 100% honest, y'all. Like, just not being really put into the spotlight. If you're into astrology, you know, like, you have Leo placements. You have Leo placements. Do I need to say any more? You have Leo placements and you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't, not to say, all right. Likes, numbers, and all these things, and the followers, they shouldn't count, but society has put such an emphasis on having those, so like it kind of distorts how people perceive you. Like, if you don't have a good number of people looking at you, people be like, all right, they don't even give you a chance and an opportunity to like really like get to know you themselves. They immediately judge you based off of how everybody else is judging you. Some people are just too lazy enough to get to know you. So bingo. So this coincides with what I'm trying to say. Like, society has deemed having these stuff like matter, and like if you aren't strong-minded enough, you will allow yourself to fall victim to that. Like, if you don't have enough likes, if you don't have enough followers, you will fall victim to insecurities, feeling like you don't matter, or feeling like your art does not mean anything, or your message does not count because only 5 people saw it or liked it or even care. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm talking from experience. This shit used to matter to me. Even like certain times I will see myself, I will experience myself feeling something, but I'm like, since I'm consciously aware, like, that shit don't matter, this shit don't mean anything. I just be like, girl, I'll be reminding myself. So that's me right now. But like, honestly, I have fallen victim. I have felt victim to not having a number of followings, especially because of the time that I feel like I put into this. Like, I feel like I've been putting my all out there, right? And I didn't get to the pinnacle, what I deem success, because I want to do this every day. That's what I'm trying to be, right? I want to do this shit every day. And I feel like when I get to that point where all I'm doing is what I love every fucking day, I don't give a fuck who sees me or who does not see me. I am fucking successful. So, but it took me a while to get here. Like, before it felt like I only deem my success based off of what people, how many claps I was getting, like how many people were clapping for me. Not necessarily taking a look at the fact that the people that I love or people who actually love me are the ones that see me. And that's the most important thing. That's the only thing that matters, is I have people around me that see me. And I'm celebrating them. So I don't know how I jumped into this, but guys, this is really, I got my little notes right here. It's really not, let me make sure the camera is filming. Okay, it is filming. I was having technical difficulties on my MacBook, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on, because I usually use my MacBook as a monitor so I could like see everything, but trial and error. Yeah, so I guess I went into my story on needing validation low-key. Like, I used to, oh my gosh, and you know what's so crazy, guys? People had so much power over me. People had so much power over me because I kept giving them power. Like, any little thing they said, I would let it get to me because I took their word over mine. And when I realized that, I was like so fucking mind blown, because I could not believe that I was just giving it away like that, like allowing people to dictate how I was moving, how I was operating, like, and this was disregarding what I truly felt about myself. So yeah, it was a rough upbringing, guys, and thank God I found myself out of that, because I would be wasting so much more time caring what you think about me, how you feel about me. Like, I would be wasting my whole entire life, and I don't want to be in my life review looking at that shit. I would be so pissed off. Are you dumb? How I've handled not being seen. Like, to be honest with you guys, I was gonna say I still don't feel seen. I feel very seen. I feel very seen. People around me that see me, like, every day reminds me I'm seen, right? But on larger scales, I would say, like, on an external point, how people would look at it, I'm not being seen. I'm like, I'm there, but I'm not there, I guess. So I don't feel no way about that, because I feel like I'm still doing everything that I feel called to do. I'm doing the work. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do regardless. So I'm chilling. But before I got to this point, because I really have to break it down like that, because it's two different shandies. Two complete different shandies. But like, before I got to this point, I had a hard time. I would like nearly fall into like almost depression. And it's not even only on social media. It was about like my inner circles too. Like, if I dealt with rejection, the way I used to deal with it, it was very chaotic. Like, I would feel like I couldn't survive because someone didn't like me or someone didn't choose me. And that was my lesson for a very long time. Because of how I felt about that so strongly, I kept meeting people to remind me to like reject me. Everybody was rejecting me. It could be platonic, it could be related. It's like I kept meeting people until I learned that how they feel about me don't fucking matter. Until I finally grasped it. Because people are finicky as fuck. I just realized finicky doesn't even mean what I want it to mean. Like, people are very sometime-ish. They're very sometime-ish, and imagine you basing how your mood is gonna be based off somebody once you're around them or not, or how your mood is gonna be if somebody like chooses you or not. Like, imagine that was how I was living. I was out here just giving my energy away, giving my attention away, giving my currency away. And then this is kind of real. I realizing now, like, this is why I felt so low about myself, because I didn't have enough for me. Like, yeah, the stages that I'm in right now compared to what I used to be in, I feel like I'm like Sleeping Beauty and I just woke up out of a deep sleep. My journey really does reflect my human design, because I just kept putting myself out there, knowing even when I was afraid, even when I wasn't as confident, even when I was still struggling with the whole acceptance, people accepting me or not. And through all of that, I was getting trial and error. And I was also learning. It's like I threw myself in school, like self-taught too, like, and even to this day I'm doing it, but it's more so strategic. It's more so like I'm aware what I want to do. Like if I know I gotta put myself a certain place, I'm gonna have to get uncomfortable, so I'm gonna allow myself to get comfortable, you know. So it's different now compared to then, because but then I was just doing that shit not knowing. Like I was doing that shit just, I was really just doing that shit. The connection that I made with being a projector, because with as a projector, you have to see yourself first. So that's the whole thing. Like, people won't recognize you until you recognize you, because people are going to project everything that you believe about yourself. Everything. If you think your shit ain't lit, your shit ain't lit, because you're moving off of that, and we're easily projected upon. Like, we are so impactful. Our energy, the way we take in and consume it, the way we disperse it, it's a beautiful route that we chose in this lifetime. But it does have painful moments if you depend on other people to see you for you to see you. Like, my story, I was hurting myself. I chose that. I kept choosing to try to earn love other than just be and accept. I was working too hard because I didn't believe, low-key, I didn't believe I deserved it. I didn't give myself a chance to even deserve it. So, and this is not me being hard on myself. I'm just very, like, honest. I'm over it. Shit happens. It's life. But it did teach me a lot. That's why I'm able to make peace. That's why I'm able to talk about it. It taught me everything I need to know to be where I am right now, where I could, like, look at this camera and even talk about this shit. This shit is mad uncomfortable. It could feel uncomfortable. Being vulnerable is uncomfortable. But I'm literally throwing myself in the fucking fire right now. I'm being vulnerable. I'm being uncomfortable. Like, for a fucking minute. Today, I feel bloated as fuck on my period. And I've been eating like crazy because I was in like fucking short-term depression stage. Wink wink metamorphosis. And I was eating a lot, and today I just said, yo, go get your ass on the fast. Because I feel comfortable in my skin when I'm in a certain size, when I feel like I could fly. I like feeling healthy. So I had to get myself together. And I'm happy I did, because I'm able to show myself, like, yo, I really do want this. I want to live a long life. I want to have a good, fun, long life. And I need to be here for it. I need to feel good in it. I need to look the fuck good in it. So, yeah. I don't know how I got here, but we'll see when I look back at this video. I don't know what I was talking about. But, yeah, like, we need to see ourselves first. We need to see ourselves first. And it does take you having to be honest and raw with yourself, to look at yourself in the mirror almost every day, dance in it, cry, be naked in it, like be so raw and honest with yourself, because honestly this is your life. And this is not only for the projectors, it's for anybody that got to this video and want to learn something. This is your life. Study yourself, be with yourself, because when I tell you, everything will make sense if you choose yourself. Everything will literally fall into place, because this is, yes, we are surrounded by people, and we want and desire connection. That's just natural, right, for us. And it's so beautiful too. We want and desire connection, but it's just like, at the end of the day, this is your life. You shouldn't be happy dependent on whether he or she calls you or not. You shouldn't be happy dependent on whether you making a certain amount of money or not. Like, or you getting a certain amount of likes and followers, or you're getting views, or you're getting all these, like, none of that stuff really matters. Like, when you really sit with yourself and realize it, like, so I feel like it's really, really important to just take your life a little bit more serious and just study yourself, master yourself. Like, if you need help, I'm about to plug myself in. If you need any kind of guidance with self-mastery, I am a life coach. I specialize in self-mastery and just being your best self and just embodying who you came here to fuck to be, and taking the steps and measures to actually build and grow and love yourself, love life again. I'm all about that. So, and I'm also into astrology, so if you want to talk astrology with me, I'm your girl. But yeah, we should just like love life. We didn't come here to suffer. We didn't come here to feel pain forever, to work as hard as we always been working. That shouldn't have been in our fucking journey regardless, you know? But it has. We had to accept that this has happened. And we just have to guide ourselves back to ourselves. We just have to guide ourselves back to ourselves. Okay. Another thing I wanted to touch on is, yeah, so I made a connection with me being a projector with my astrology. So I have a placement where it's like, if you don't see you first, nobody's gonna see you, and that is my Chiron in Leo. So Leos love to be seen, no matter how shy they seem or whatever. They are, but you know what the thing is, they're naturally seen. They're like literally the sun. They're like, the spotlight is on them all the time, even if they don't want it to be. So in my case, with Chiron is the wounded healer. So that's just something that I have to overcome in order to be who it is that I desire to be and live a beautiful life, be healed, right? So I have a rejection wound. It is literally in my birth chart. Literally the story that I told you earlier, it goes right back into my birth chart. I have a rejection wound, and in order for me to heal that wound, I have to choose myself. In order for anybody to choose me, I have to choose myself. In order for anybody to see me, I have to recognize and see myself. I have to know who I am, regardless if you like it or not. I have to know who I am, choose who I am. And the thing with that is, if you don't, you're literally going to continue to meet people who are just going to try to bring you the hell down, because you're bringing yourself down. People are only reflecting what you are doing to yourself. I 100% believe that. I'm a walking testimony. And I am so happy to see how far I've come, because like this only dictates where I'm going. So yeah. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. You have to see yourself first. And I am so happy that I'm able to tell my story and able to be here and able to say, like, although I was in the dark for some time, I saw the light, and I chose the light, and I chose love, and I chose to show the fuck up, regardless how I'm feeling or how I'm looking or how do I care about how I'm looking and feeling. Like, I'm just showing up every day. because I don't know what my life would be like if I had chose otherwise. I hope that you guys took something beautiful from this episode. I'm about to get my ass to the park so I could ground, okay, and do some journaling, probably dancing, meet up with my girlfriend, and yeah, I'm so excited for the day. Have a beautiful day, guys. I love you much. Mwah!